I stood where the plaster saints peeled and fell, cold on my coat, smoking my spell. They tipped a bucket of ash on my head like hell. Said, bow boy, I smile, y'all don't ring my bell. I cut wood, burned me warm, storm gray, pressed it hard till it held my shape. Said that ring on my brow like a black sunrise. Felt the weight turn light, felt the dark turn wide. I ain't pure, but I'm plain about the dead I owe. Sin rides close, faith rides low. If it burns, let it burn. Now hold steady, steady. They buried my fire, I wore its ashes as a crown. I didn't kneel for mercy, I learned to stand it down. Every scar I carry hums like a church at midnight now. They buried my fire, I wore its ashes as a crown. I ain't asking for the throne, I make the ground say bow. Out the smoke with a hymn book and a match. Said watch what you carry or it'll carry you back. Devil laughed in a shattered mirror, slick and thin. Traded crown for comfort, I'll smooth your sin. I bit my lip, let the iron taste run. Mixed it with ditch cold water from a rusted drum. I crossed my brow with a muddy thumb. Said I ain't clean, I'm chosen to overcome. God spoke low and the thunder miles away. Stand up straight somewhere, what you paid. I ain't holy but I'm honest about the miles I bled. While love saved me, crooked still kept me fed. If it hurts, let it sing, I'll stay steady, steady. They buried my fire, I wore its ashes as a crown. From ruin to rhythm, I turned that weight around. I forged my shame to shape, made the night my sound. They buried my fire, I wore its ashes as a crown. Raised a cracked glass truth to the ghosts I faced. I don't chase light, I make it blink in place. What tried to break me bends and keeps time. Now I wore my ashes. He kept his eyes off glass for years. Ducked the shine, dodged the stare. Grease on his knuckles, smoke in his hair. Sin sat heavy like a folding chair. Tonight he faced that buckle pain. Silver skin went tight then split. A tear ran out, the mirror's lit. Cold as church iron, bright as grit. Truth ain't scared of you. The crack line said he smirked, then say my name. The glass breed fog like winter faith, and whispered back the same. He ain't clean, but he's clear by the weight he drags. Guilt ride shotgun, hope rides in rags. If it cuts, it cuts. He holds steady, steady. Truth cut him open and finally caught him clean. Blood rang low like midnight bells between. No more running from the man inside the sheen. Truth cut him open and finally caught him clean. If grace is mean, let it be mean. He'll take the blade that made him see. He picked a shard, pressed edge to chest. Thin red script began to bloom. Carry my heart, he told the glass. Don't let it go back to the room. Devil grinned in a chrome hubcap. Trade pain for a pretty lie. God spoke low and the thunder seemed. Stand your ground, don't buy. Wash the cut with ditch cold rain. Thumbed the rosary tooth by tooth. Hosted the fear, unbuttoned the truth. Breathe through the burn like proof. He ain't holy, but he's honest about the miles he owes. Wild love scars and save, same hand, same blows. If it hurts, let it sing. Steady, steady. True cut him open and finally caught him clean. He bled his old till the night turned keen. No choir behind, just boots and steam. True cut him open and finally caught him clean. Raised that cracked glass cup to the fights unseen. He faced the mirror, the mirror fell to its knees. He pockets the shard, leaves one line on the frame, don't flinch. Mirror weeps once more than steals, no pinch. Not safe, not damn, just awake enough to inch. True cut him open. True cut him open. True cut him open. I've been outrun by my own dog. Boots, bar, long spar. Every turn I took, it took. Same mark, same mark. Stopped dead by a boxcar door. Dust in my teeth, spatter up, squared up. Felt gravel breathe. Shadow, I said you ride, or vanish clean. It shook like wild and fell behind my heel. Me, I ain't pure, but I'm playing by the dead I drag. Guilt rides shotgun, faith rides in the rag. If it bites, let it bite. I hold steady, steady. I stopped fleeing my dog. Now it marches behind me. Heel to steel, I set the beat and let it time me. When the night tried leading, I turned and signed it kneel. I stopped fleeing my dog. Now it learns how I heal. If sin keeps books, let it read this line. I leave my shadow now, and the ground keeps time. I cut my palm on a rosary link, small sting, red ring. Washed it in rain from a bent 10 spring. Devil grinned in the hubcap, trade paint for a lie guy under low. Stand up, don't buy shit. Lay your ghost down, babe. I laugh, can't limb, but I can make them behave. Press my heel in the shadow, bow quiet and slow. Drum in the dirt, started talking like a revival show. I ain't holy, but I'm honest about the miles I owe. Love will brand and mend, same fire, one glow. If it hurts, let it hum. I'll stay steady, steady. I'll stop fleeing my dog. Now it marches behind me. Boots set low, night falls in line. Reminded, I face the fear. Sign the earth with my heel. Follow, don't lead. And the black learn to kneel. Raise that cracked glass truth. To the fights I fought, I don't take ground keeps turning. Me to the mirror of a rusted door. We answer what we own. Mirror says nothing, just gives me backbone. Not safe, not damn, just You hated your own red, said it smelled like blame. Kept your sleeves down low, like you're hiding flame. But the night you roll them, show they oath and seam. Press two fingers, breathe slow, let it open clean. Talk to me honest, you tell the night air. And a one-line walk, chalks truth on your prayer. You ain't pure, but you're playing by the weight you drag. Guilt ride, shotgun or brides in rags. If it burns, it burns. You hold steady, steady. You bled without shame, and the silence learned to sing. Warm drops hit dirt, turn gravel into strings. No more running from the color of your own skin's hem. You bled without shame, and the dark lit from within. If grace is mean, let it rain. You fed the ground a song, and it gave you back a wing. Devil grins in the hubcap, trade pain for a lie. God answers low in thunder, stand up, don't buy. She wild, smoke eyes, says why should you carry or it'll carry you. You tip a rusted cup with rain and a shot, cold true. You cross your chest with a muddy thumping creed. Tie your cut with a rosary string. You free, name yourself, you tell the red it hums, I'm yours. Dirt drums back like a church with no doors. You ain't holy but you're honest by the miles you hold. Of a brand of men, same fire won't glow. It hurts, let it home. You stay steady, steady. You bled without shame, and the silence learned to sing. Your heart kept time like a midnight bell of 10. No choir behind, just boots, just wind. You bled without shame, and the night let you in. Raise that cracked glass truth to the fights you face. If sin keeps books, let the ledger show this page. You open what you fear, and the fear turned into praise. You tuck the rosary knot, whisper do not flinch. Rain quits, gravel hums, the red goes thin. Not saved, not damned, just awaken kin. They drop me cold, no box, no name. Dirt in my mouth, sky hit as flame. The darkness hums when it knows your breath. And I ain't one for staying dead. Fingers met root, root met fate. I push through stone like God's on mistake. I ain't holy but I ain't done yet. Every sin's a seed I ain't regret. If it hurts, I let it steady, steady. They buried me deep, I grew my way to life. Hands like roots I dug through night. No choir, no mercy, just the dirt I fall right. They buried me deep, I grew my way to light. If faith was gone, I forged my own sight. ropes held tight, but they didn't strangle me. They lifted me up like blood through a tree. Devil laughed, you crawl for air. I said, crawls will start standing as prayer. Light hit my eyes like forgiveness burn. And the grave I came from finally learned I ain't clean, but I'm clear, I ain't through. If the sky's a door, I kicked it too. If it burns, I let it steady, steady. They bury me deep, I grew my way to life. Blood in my lungs, but my song caught flight. The earth released me, the dark stood quiet. They bury deep, I grew my way to light. Raise that dust crown true to the fights I've won. Reborn and gone. I lay my hand on the grave's old skin. Say soft, you held me down, now hold me up again. Not saved, not damned, just alive enough to begin.